d'abord, je vous présente faisant son chemin vers le ring, Goldust. Il sera suivi de Marc Mero, accompagné par la très jolie Sable. Également, l'homme que l'on surnomme Vader. Et Steve Blackman. Mesdames, Messieurs, Team USA.
Well, Team USA not extremely popular as one would have predicted here in Montreal, Quebec. And certainly not a very positive reaction. In addition to that, for Goldust.
Well, now they know how I feel. That's the same way these Canadians have treated me every time I've come into their country, and it's with very, very little respect.
Well, no doubt the Team Canada will get a tremendous amount of respect. That means that FU is forever unchained, by the way. And Michael Cole, ladies and gentlemen, we understand as Team USA readies itself, is standing by. And I think Michael is standing by with Team Canada.
That's right, JR. We're with Team Canada. British Bulldog, Team USA seems extremely confident, but they're on foreign territory tonight.
That's right. You're in the Canadian domain, USA. Tonight, you will leave the ring losers, and Canada will be victorious.
Doug Furnas.
That's right, oh glory, well, what's there to glorify? I'll tell you what the American fans of WWF are about. They're about drug, crimes, slime, and now they have their new degenerates. Well, I used to be proud to be an American, but tonight, I declare my independence. They say America, love it or leave it, I left.
Team Canada, gentlemen, back to ringside.
Now, that's certainly disheartening. I've known Doug Furnas since he was in high school playing football for the Commerce, Oklahoma Comets. Quite a turnaround for Doug Furnas. Of course, Phil Lafon lives in Calgary. And here comes Team Canada.
Wow. Pour ce soirée, faisant accompagné de 1017 livres. Mesdames, Messieurs, the British Bulldog, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, Doug Furnas et Phil Lafon. Mesdames, Messieurs, Team Canada.
It feels like the seventh game of the Stanley Cup Finals when the Montreal Canadiens, who play right here in the Molson Center, will take on perhaps the New York Rangers. And interestingly enough, King, only one member of Team Canada was born in Canada. That's Phil Lafon, the Bulldogs from Manchester, England. Doug Furnas from Commerce, Oklahoma, and Jim the Anvil Neidhart from Reno, Nevada.
Don't ever let the facts get in the way of a good story, Ross. Who cares? This is Canada against the United States. And quite frankly, I'm a little bit ashamed of the team that we're fielding.
Well, you gotta wonder how together Team USA can be.
That's what I'm saying.
Vader, the captain of the team, one would
That's a scary thought.
surmise. Well, it is a little bit frightening. Mark Mero has had a big change of heart. Goldust, I don't know what to think of him, other than I'm absolutely, totally disappointed in his attitude recently. And of course, Steve Blackman, we've never seen Steve Blackman in the ring before, other than as a fan, as a ticket-buying fan, just 6 days ago.
Right. So what can you expect out of him? Can't believe they didn't come crawling, begging on their hands and knees and ask me to represent the United States. Whoa, look at this.
So Mark Mero and the British Bulldog will start it off here. The Bulldog making his 6th Survivor Series appearance.
Look, how to win friends and influence people in Canada. Ooh. Nice catch, Bulldog. Ah! Uh-oh. Here we go.
Mark Mero with that that boxing background, opening up with those lefts and rights. And the Bulldog just ran through Mero with a stunning tackle. Headlock takeover by the Bulldog. Upstairs in Manchester, England's own, the Bulldog is barking tall.
Oh.
Mero, a former Intercontinental champion, making his way back in. And I think some of these fans here are a lot more interested in Sable than they are Martin Mero.
Well, can you blame him? Wait a minute, what's he doing?
And I don't know that Mero moved Sable away from, maybe from harm's way. I'm not real sure. Mero's attitude towards Sable has not been exactly Frank and Kathy Lee-like, if you know what I mean, lately.
You're not kidding. That's one of the things I worry about Team USA. I think a lot of these members of the Team USA have got a lot of other things, and like personal problems on their mind that would keep their mind off business.
Well, ego has a strange way of changing the complexion of a match.
Well, let's forget egos. Take a look at Goldust up there. After we saw what took place between he and Marlena last week, he's probably spent the whole week in divorce court. Which, by the way, is not a bad idea for him.
Vader, that 458 pounds of mass, the former Colorado Buffalo Football All-American, using it to his advantage. And again, Goldust with the FU on his face. Oh, slam! Look at the power of the Bulldog.
No, he can't do this. Nobody can. Ah, he did it!
Bulldog tugging in. Phil LaFawn.
This roar of the crowd is deafening.
Phil LaFawn from Calgary. LaFawn tried to stutter step his way out of that one to no avail. And Vader just changes the complexion of the match with that mass and power. And now they change the pace. Here comes the quicker Martin Mero. Mero, that $1 million knee lift. And Mero taking some shots at Team Canada for good measure, I guess. And LaFawn spinning heel kick. And Mero's lights are dim.
He looks like Michael Moorer last night.
Down goes Mero. And a near fall.
I think he thinks he's in there with Evander Holyfield right now.
Well, it's Jim the Anvil Neidhart, by the way.
Oh!
Neidhart, who married Ellie Hart,
Who?
one of Stu and Helen's 12 children in Calgary. Neidhart now resides in Calgary as well. Taking another tag back in.
Reversal. Ow. That's a rabbit punch.
It sure is. What a cheap shot there. And here comes Blackman, Steve Blackman, the martial arts expert. Remember, folks, he is not a trained professional wrestler. He is a martial artist. Blackman is a third-degree black belt.
As opposed to you, Ross, you got a black belt in mouth.
And Blackman with the elbow. Picking up some of the catch-can style as LaFawn able to get off his shoulders before the three.
Oh!
And LaFawn catching Blackman in the abdomen. Oh, there's a DDT.
Ow, he's out. He is knocked out. No, he's not.
A near fall, much to the surprise of this capacity crowd. Blackman able to kick out. Oh, LaFawn looking for the crucifix. Pinning predicament here. Can he hold Blackman?
No.
Not this time. Boy, Blackman is really put together in great shape. And Blackman just ran through LaFawn.
I got to give him credit. He's pretty quick. Wow, wow.
Straight thrust kick on Furnace. The Bulldog gets knocked down. Neidhart knocked out of the ring.
Look at this.
LaFawn elevated over the top out to the floor. And Blackman going right out after him.
See, this is one of those mistakes I knew Blackman would make. Stay in the ring, you idiot.
Well, referee's counting. Blackman not familiar or comfortable with these rules. And I'm not so sure that Blackman didn't just get counted out because Phil LaFawn was able to get back in the ring long before the 10 count.
That's 10. Outside the ring, 10. See? That's not right now.
Well, Steve Blackman again found himself outside in a street fight environment too long. He's gone. And that leaves a man advantage for Team Canada. Mero lowered his head much too early and paid for it by the heavy-hitting Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
And let me say for Steve Blackman, it was nice while it lasted. Thanks for showing up, Steve.
Neidhart getting rolled up there. 1-2 and a near fall. Neidhart in his 7th Survivor Series, more than anyone else in this particular matchup. And the psychology major from UCLA may need some couch time now that he's going to encounter the Colorado Rocky Mountain Monster Vader. Whoa! Very impressive knockdown by Anvil. Again, Vader knocked off his feet. Neidhart going for a cover, and Vader able to get his right shoulder up.
Vader better kick out. He's the captain of the team, and Team USA cannot afford to lose another member. It'd be down to 4 against 2. Whoa!
Team USA, much like a rudderless...
Oh, man!
And that was dangerously low. Let's be politically correct and
That
say
was
it was
all over the place.
lower abdomen.
Oh!
Big splash by Vader, and that's all. And Phil LaFon in. Neidhart will be taking an early shower here as he'll head back to the locker room. We're down now to 3-on-3. Both sides now are even. And LaFon showing great martial arts skills of his own.
Hey, Steve Blackman, I hope you're watching this. This is how you do it. Get back in, don't get counted out, LaFon.
LaFon hammering at Vader, and that spinning kick caught Vader right in the jaw.
Oh my gosh, look out!
Vader right into the steel steps. And look at Doug Furnas over there with those cheap shots. We got 2 referees and they can't control the action.
Oklahoma and Colorado never got along too good either, did they?
No, not on the gridiron, that's for sure. Whoa. Vader again manhandles LaFon.
Look at the power of Vader.
458 pounds. And Vader just drilling LaFon.
Look out!
Belly to belly suplex, and boy, that was a suplex. Big time move by Vader.
There's another one of those turnabout's fair play because LaFon and Furnas have been known as masters of the suplex all throughout the Orient when they wrestled in Japan. Wonder how you like the feel of getting one from Vader. Wow!
Vader just crushing LaFon's chest, and that's more than enough for the 3 count. And Philip LaFon has been eliminated, leaving the Bulldog and Doug Furnas to take on 3 men. Mero, Goldust, and Vader.
3 against 2.
Great drop kick by Furnas up in Vader's face.
We're ahead. Yahoo! Advantage USA.
Furnas to be well served here to keep Vader down. You let this big grizzly bear up and he can bite you.
Like that?
And a tag to Mero, and I'm surprised that Goldust didn't get the exchange. We have yet to see Goldust in this matchup. And look at Mero with those educated fists. Rights and lefts finding their mark, and down goes Furnas from the right hand.
Look at Goldust. He just doesn't look like he's too thrilled to even be here. He's got all this problem with Marlene on his mind, I guess.
Well, when you walk out on your wife and your child, you should have some things on your mind. Great move by Mero, and Mero got caught. Furnas tried to catch Mero, and Furnas may have separated his shoulder there. His left shoulder is hanging a little bit. And there's a powerful slam. Furnas from University of Tennessee, a world-class powerlifter at one time, tags in the Bulldog.
Look out!
Bulldog now trying to derail Mero. Mero in a whole heap of trouble. Thanks to the British Bulldog, who sends Mero for the ride. Mero up and over. Is it a sunset flip?
Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. Uh-oh, look at this.
Bulldog blocked. Look at the power of the Bulldog. Oh, you can hear him in Manchester. You can hear him in Manchester. This late hour there. Bulldog looking for that power slam, but Mero countered, and Mero with a right hand that caught Bulldog. Bulldog right on the button. Mero the elbow. Well, one thing about Mero, he's certainly been much more aggressive since returning from rehabbing his injured knee. Ooh, Mero not wrestling a lot here.
No.
And Furnas turning Mero back into the corner. And Furnas shows that he can fight as well. Ooh! Look at the hand speed of Marc Mero. Tremendous hand speed by the New York State Golden Glove champion of years gone by. And a roll up. 1, 2. And Furnas counters. Does he have tights? It doesn't matter. Doug Furnas pins Marc Mero. And Vader, the captain, is again back in. Vader has carried the load here.
Doggone it. Has he got to leave? Can't Mero? Well, or at least can't Sable stay?
Vader, who has clearly led the way for Team USA, now hammering at Doug Furnas.
Sable, come back!
Vader and Furnas certainly made their mark early in their career in Japan.
Look at Goldust just standing over there with a big FU look on his face.
I know. It means forever unchained.
That means he's rid of Marlena, right?
He's got a broken hand. Got that cast on.
Let me give him a little advice. Hey, you got rid of Marlena, always pay your alimony on time. If not, she'll repossess you.
Speaking from experience.
Yeah.
Bulldog and Vader. Well, I'll tell you what, this Goldust, it's hard to, even though it's great action here, look at his cast. It says freedom. Freedom from what? Your obligations as a husband and a father?
Oh, just freedom from Marlena, nagging wife.
Tremendous suplex. Big time move by a big time player in Vader, and Bulldog rolls smartly toward his own corner and will be well served to tag in Doug Furnas. And Vader looking to tag in Goldust, and Goldust,
he's got a broken hand.
Yeah, he's been cleared to wrestle though. Furnas gets a tag for the Bulldog. Down to 2-on-2 here in this Team USA Team Canada match. And Furnas folded up like an accordion from that suplex.
That's not exactly 2-on-2. Goldust got a broken hand. It's like 2-on-1.5.
Well, a lot of guys compete with worse injuries, and Goldust has been cleared to compete.
Worse than a broken hand?
Absolutely.
I remember I wrestled a match with a
low blow.
Bad
Furnas went downstairs. Come on.
I didn't see it. What'd he do?
He hit Vader low. And it would have been a disqualification if the referee had detected it. And look at Goldust. There's no emotion. He's not really into this match emotionally. He sure as hell hasn't been into it physically. He hasn't broken a sweat.
Thinking about a divorce. Got a big D-I-V-O-R-C-E on his mind.
Vader set for the ride. It catches Bulldog coming in. And you can almost see that one and feel that one coming. Vader knocking down the Bulldog, which is going to buy Vader some time. And maybe now Vader can tag in Goldust, who should be more than well rested. Crowd here solidly behind the Team Canada, and specifically the British Bulldog.
Look at this, look at this.
Oh, Vader looking for a tag, and Goldust, it's just not going to do it. Well, that's really standing up for your country, standing up for your teammates.
Come on, his hand must be really, really hurting.
Well, take a Tylenol. I don't know what to tell you.
No, you can't do that.
Oh, what a suplex.
What?
A great move by Doug Furnas. Big time move. Furnas going for the cover, and that's it's almost over.
That was unbelievable.
Outstanding power move by the former world-class powerlifter and University of Tennessee footballer Doug Furnas. Uh-oh. Furnas, Hurricane Rana.
Wow.
Vader is down. 1, 2, but Vader kicks out. You gotta hand it to Vader.
Look, take a look at this. I would have never thought that possible.
Tremendous suplex by Doug Furnas, almost a Greco-Roman throw. Oh, and Vader comes up with everything he's got, and he found it in that right hand, and Vader looking to make the tag. Look at Goldust. Just tag the man.
He can't tag him with that bad hand.
I don't think.
Hey!
Well, that got his attention. Does that constitute a tag? Vader bringing Goldust in like yesterday's garbage.
Oh, his
and that's
hand's
what
killing him.
some folks think that he is. Walk out on your wife and your baby.
What is it's something on the back of his head? What does that say?
I don't know. Blaming all of his problems on his wife and his daddy. Well, look in the mirror. Alive again.
Marlena made him so mad, I heard he just rammed his fist through a wall instead of through her face, which is a gentleman that he is, and he broke his own hand.
The referee is going to call that a legal tag, and now is counting out Goldust. He's walking out on his team. He's walking out in his country, just like he walked out on his family. And now Vader's by himself with Doug Furnas and the British Bulldog.
What are these idiots booing for? They ought to be cheering.
Two Canadians, or two men representing Team Canada, and one representing the USA. Wait a minute, the Bulldog's got the ring bell.
He's what?
The Bulldog has got the ring bell here. Vader going up, here comes the Vader